Gwrych Castle, Welsh, Castell Gwrych pronounced, ?cast? GWR? X, meaning Hedged Castle, is a Grade I listed 19th century country house near Abergele in Conwy County Borough, Wales. 1. The castle and 250-acre estate are privately owned. 3. The Lloyds, Llwyds, of Plas and Gwrych were the ancestral owners of Gwrych and could trace their ancestry back to the medieval period. 4. They were part of the royal house of Marchudd ap Cynan, founder of the 8th noble tribe of North Wales. The Lloyds also shared co-sanguinity with Llywelyn the Great. 5. Situated within the Gwrych Castle Estate are a pair of Iron Age hillforts, a Roman shrine, lead/silver mines and medieval battle sites. The latter 6, are recorded on stone tablets at the principal entrance. 7. Gwrych Castle was built between 1810 and 1825 by Lloyd Hesketh Bamford-Hesketh, 1787 to 1861, in memory of his mother Frances Lloyd and her ancestors. It incorporated an earlier house that had been in the ownership of the Lloyds since the late medieval period. 8. From 1894 until 1924, Winifred Cochrane, Countess of Dundonald, the Hesketh heiress, owned the estate and it became the residence of the Dundonald family name of Cochrane. The Countess left the castle in her will to King George V and the then Prince of Wales, who later became King Edward VIII. However, the gift was refused and the castle passed to the Venerable Order of St. John. In 1928, Douglas Cochrane, 12th Earl of Dundonald purchased the castle for £78,000, equivalent to £4,734,000 in 2019, selling the contents to meet the cost. 9. During World War II, as part of the Kindertransport program, the government used the castle to house 200 Jewish refugees run by the Jewish Zionist youth movement B'nai Akiva. 10. Following the war, the castle and estate left the Dundonald family and was open to the public as a visitor attraction. According to a few articles from 1913, the main road leading to Colwyn Bay near Gwrych Castle, a person claimed that he saw a headless monster in a field over a hedge. Another person claimed they heard a screech on the same road, but the headless creature turned out to be a black and white sheep that looked headless due to its black head blending with the shadows of the hedges. The screech turned out to be a broken branch of a tree being blown by the wind. This heightened fear caused many people to avoid that road completely, walking miles longer or taking a train instead. Men also took up arms, purchasing revolvers to protect themselves on their way to work. 1112. Gwrych Castle became known as the showpiece of Wales and attracted many visitors. 13. It was also used as a training venue for the English world middleweight boxing champion Randolph Turpin in the early 1950s. In the early 1960s it was an occasional venue for the famous motorcycle Dragon Rally, and in the 1970s it was used as a center for medieval reenactments, attracting tourists with such events as jousting and banquets. 14. Between 1982 and 1986 the location attracted scooterists from all across Britain, and there are a few accounts of scooterists exhibiting their bikes and scooters. Although many of those who attended were peaceful, some were antisocial. There were many young people who were denied service from the castle bar because of their age, but because there were very little staff hired, when they turned their backs they would then return to steal kegs from the bar and carry them outside where many would help themselves. It was also a common occurrence for youths to swing from the chandeliers and jump on and break large antique tables. On another occasion someone rode their Lambretta scooter through one of the stained glass windows. On another occasion a portable toilet was set alight. The police attended the area regularly to keep the peace. Citation needed. The castle closed to the public in 1987, and it started to decline. 5. It was bought in 1989 by Nick Tavalione, an American businessman, for £750,000. 15. However, his plans to renovate the building were not carried out. As a result, the castle was extensively looted and vandalized, becoming little more than a derelict shell, although it was used in 1996 as the backdrop for Prince Valiant, a film starring Edward Fox, Joanna Lumley, and Katherine Heigl. 16. It is currently open for guided and self-guided tours, but part of the site is closed as unsafe. 17. During the period of Tavalione's ownership, historian Mark Baker campaigned for the castle to be brought back to its days of glory, a campaign that he started when he was 12 years old. 18. Baker was instrumental in forming the Gwrych Castle Preservation Trust, dedicated to ensuring the castle's future. The condition of the property was monitored by the trust, who lobbied Conwy Council to compulsorily purchase the property, eventually placing pressure on the American owner, who put it up for sale in March 2006. City Services Limited, trading as Clayton Homes and Clayton Hotels, bought the castle in January 2007 for £850,000, after it failed to reach its £1.5 million reserve price at the June 2, 2006 auction. On April 30, 2007, Clayton Hotels announced a 3-year project, costing £6 million, to renovate the castle and convert it into a 90-bedroom 5-star hotel, creating 100 jobs. The project was subject to planning permission, but had the support of the trust. 16. Clayton Hotels spent about £500,000 on its plans, clearing the site and rebuilding areas. 19. After Clayton Hotels was placed in administration, new developers obtained fresh planning permission in November 2012 from Conwy County Borough Council for the castle to be converted into a luxury hotel with 75 bedrooms and associated facilities. 20.